want to get to a topic here. I saw this on AOL Real Estate, how to buy and sell a home at the same time. Well, I'm going to give you one real quick example. In Tampa Bay, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, go to soldorwebuyit.com and sign up for our guaranteed sale program. And down in Bradenton, Sarasota, go to soldbymarcus.com and sign up for his program, because we really have the ability to eliminate that contingency scenario that people are always concerned with. They need to sell their home and they're afraid. We've got like 3 of them right now where we've got, you know, immediate buyout offers on them, and they're going out and buying homes, you know, with contracts going to close. And that's the concern. That's the thing, that when you deal with an agency like one of ours, you know, you've got this, you know, very entrepreneurial vision that says, you know, I'm willing to put skin in the game to make transactions happen, and it's what separates us. But I think that outside of that, you know, there's a lot of other steps. But I think that's one thing we can eliminate, the contingency.
Well, yeah, and that contingency is the biggest issue. I mean, have that contingency in place and try to buy a house. You know, the reality of what happened in this market with the bank-owned properties and the short sales, and what happened was the whole trend, it just changed everything. Traditional sales have changed now as well. So when you're buying a bank-owned home and you're buying a short sale, you're not going to be able to have those contingencies in there pending the sale of my home. You're not going to be able to do that. And because that has been so integrated for so many years now, traditional homes, I haven't seen that contingency be accepted in, what, 10 years?
I've seen it. Well, I will admit, I have seen it a couple of times this year on really high-end stuff.
Okay.
But again, you had to do a lot of due diligence to ensure that the home they were selling was priced right, or if the home was under contract, maybe. But if they're just going to say, oh, now that I want to buy your house, now I'm going to go ahead and put mine on the market, you're doing it, you know, backwards. I mean,
well, and the high-end homes are not, you know, when we talk about these averages of 3 months, you know,
right.
inventory
We're not talking
levels,
about $2 million.
You are not talking about $2 million homes.
Right.
I mean, they're still at a 2-year level in some locations and even
right.
higher. So they're not moving quite as fast. So you're going to have buyers who are going to, or sellers who are going to be a little bit more flexible about the contract they take. But again, they're going to make sure that that person who's buying their home is, again, getting with Nate, getting that loan processed, or proving that they have the cash to buy it.
Well, I'll tell you, I think the interesting thing about when you look at doing the contingency offer in the marketplace and that type of scenario, when you need to buy a home and sell at the same time, you know, it can be pretty stressful. And whether you choose to work with us, or do, you know, our guaranteed sale program or not, because it can really kind of solve that, one of the things you just have to be prepared for is the fact that it may not be able to line up as perfectly as you want, because you're working with a lot of variables. You're working with 4 sets. You're working with buyer seller, multiple title companies, multiple mortgage lenders, lots of hands in the cookie jar to try and tie all that together. You know, I sometimes tell people that are thinking about selling and then buying, sell, go rent somewhere for a little while, then go buy, because then you also prevent yourself from buying the wrong house because you feel like you need to buy.
Yeah, I mean, you're making a decision then based upon your wants and your desires versus your needs. You know, if you walk into a situation and you're forced to do something because you're forced to have to make another decision, I mean, it just trickles down, and that 800-pound gorilla continues to eat, and he you know, ends up being 900 pounds on your back, and you're just making bad choices at that point. So it's best sometimes just to slow down, you know, for the sake of your family, for the sake of yourself, and for the sake of your sanity,
and make the best decision.
And make the best decision.
Well, and the other thing that's interesting is, you know, we had someone call us and say, well, you know, I want to do your guaranteed sale program, but the home I have to sell is in, you know, New York. And while I don't personally work in those areas, both of us belong to a group of agents, you know, several hundred agents across the country that do guaranteed sale programs. So we can help to guarantee your home sold, or it's bought, you know, by a broker in that market just about anywhere in the country. So, you know, that kind of eliminates that concern that people might sometimes have. We can refer them to an agent or broker that offers that program in that market. And I think that's something that's really crucial for people to understand, that that it's not just, you know, it's not just our ability to help you here, it's really our ability to help you anywhere.
Well, you know, and we were just having conversations yesterday, we're, you know, the part of this group, and not only is it just a group of agents around the country, it's some of the best of the best.
Right, we're talking top 50 in all the major franchises.
I mean,
top
the
100
list,
on Wall Street Journal.
That's right. I mean, all the different franchises and everything else. There's conversation going around yesterday. Who's in the top 10? Who's in the top 50? And there was a good portion of these group of, you know, a couple hundred agents who were filling these gaps.
Right.
You know?
Which we want to celebrate that we were 9th in the country for RE/MAX.
Wasn't it 8th?
8th or 9th? I don't remember. 8th or 9th.
Well, let's give you credit where credit is due. I think it's number 8.
We made the top 10, so out of about 90,000 agents, which is pretty cool.